Hi guys, Johnny here with Johnny Watson Gaming and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be starting a completely new project and I am mega excited about this one. We're going to be looking at Warmaster. Let's take the book, let's put it on the table, let's have a look at it, let's get excited. Catch you after this. So guys, I'm extremely excited with a new project and we are looking at Warmaster. So those of you that follow the channel may have seen the series of Epic Space Marine, which I did at the end of last year. That to me was dear to the heart. Epic Space Marine was one of the first games I ever played as a kid, and we are going down a similar route here with Warmaster. So let's open this book and let's get excited. So the author of the book then is none other than the master himself, Rick Priestley. And the rule set himself is really a rule set that Rick projects into other projects for himself. So if you're familiar with Black Powder, the rule set really takes a lot of influence from Warmaster. The same way the generals are used, in the same way orders are given, all very similar at least. You can definitely see where he's taken his inspiration from for them games. The book itself is just a beautiful book. It's a Games Workshop of old, where you've got lots of content, lots of nice pictures. The artwork in here is fantastic. It just takes you back to your childhood. For myself, the book was actually released during a period of time where I had fallen out of the hobby. So I never ever played the game. So for me, this is a really fantastic opportunity just to get back in and play an old Games Workshop game that I've never ever played, and I just love the aesthetic of it already. I'm just really looking forward to getting going on this project. I mean, look at that piece of artwork. It's just, I love the old black and white GW art. It's just fantastic. Coming on to the command phase, so like I say, if you're familiar with Black Powder, you'd be extremely familiar with this book. The rules really work very similar, maybe not so geared towards historical gaming, but Black Powder is a nod to this rule book. So why start a game that's been out of print for nearly 2 decades? Well, I've been looking for a mass fantasy battle game that can really scratch that huge armies colliding together in an epic scale. And I've been messing around with Oathmark, and I have been really enjoying that, but at 28mm I'm just struggling to get those miniatures painted, just through life and all that, you know, a couple of kids. It's very hard to dedicate the time to bash out the armies. But Warmaster offers that opportunity to get those mass battles on the gaming table at such a small scale, and getting these models painted will just be a lot quicker and easier. So yes, the rulebook has been out of print for some time now, but the community is extremely strong still. So the rules themselves have been updated, revamped by the community. The set of rules can be found online completely free, so it's such a cheap game to get into. It's just a case of going online, downloading the rules, and looking for some 10mm miniatures, of which there are hundreds of companies to choose from. I'll put a link below to where you can find the rules online. So taking the time to follow the community, the game itself seems to really lend itself to those of you that own 3D printers. Myself, I don't have one, so I will be out there looking for manufacturers or companies that are selling 10mm. But those of you who have your own 3D printers, this game really has quite a lot to offer. There's loads of files all on the Facebook pages to pretty much just print and go. So it's almost tempting me into getting a 3D printer, but I'm not too sure if I'm quite ready for that yet. I'm a bit too old school for that. So back on the rulebook itself, then we're just looking at some battle options, ways to deploy at the moment. So this just giving you some scenarios to play. All good rulebooks should have something like this, just to get you going, and you can take it from there. Again, the rulebook really shows its age with the amount of content that it really offers you. GW just don't do this anymore. I mean, this is a book you literally can play the game out of this book. It's got some army lists at the back there. It's got rules for sieges and fortresses. It's got scenarios for you to play. It's got all your magic items that you need. So it's just something that GW just no longer do, where they offer you a product all in one. I really like that about this book. Like I say, the nostalgia just takes me back, and I never actually played this game, and it makes me feel like I've known the game for such a long time. So yeah, very, very special. Again, painting guides. These just something that's missing from the GW rule books nowadays. You just don't get this. It's just jam packed full of information. I mean, if you look at the rule books of the 40k nowadays, it's just, you get empty pages, just big pages of just loads of nothing. Whereas here, it's just got how to build your army, how to put it on your bases. It's fantastic. It's just such a great read. I think actually this may have been the last book where GW really do this. And whether that's a Rick Priestley thing, I don't know. But this book really does remind me of the old sort of second edition 40k type style. I mean, that elven army there, I mean, it's just something to aspire to, isn't it? It's just fantastic. It's just, yeah, brilliant. Just love all the artwork, the photos. It's almost 90s, even though it was released in 2000. Yeah, it's brilliant. So if you're interested in what army I'm going to be choosing, subscribe to the channel, because that will be the next video. So we'll come up to a section here which I didn't realise or had no idea that'd be in this book, but you can actually create campaigns and give your battalions or your army battle honours, and you can upgrade your units. I quite like that. That's quite cool. So it gives you the opportunity to, put some story behind your games. I really like that. Like, so there's some campaign mats there to use. There, that's very cool. I wasn't actually expecting that in this book, if I'm honest with you. Like I say, the book just covers everything. I mean, it's an all-in-one book. You wouldn't need to buy anything else. I mean, I know GW did release a few other little bits and pieces for this, but I mean, there's even rules about using ships and boats. I mean, that's crazy. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think you'd ever use it, but it's there. It's fantastic. So we're coming on to the army list here and the stat lines for your armies. I won't go into the stat lines. Again, I'm not that au fait with it just yet. I've only just started flicking through the book myself, so there's still a lot for myself to learn, so I can't really comment on them. But the sort of choices you get in each army, so you got some halberdiers, handgunners, crossbowmen, flagellants, skirmishers, knights, pistoliers, hellblasters, cannons, steam tanks, general. So you got generals, you get your heroes, you get your wizards. So yeah, and that's pretty standard throughout all the armies. So that was the Empire. You got undead, Chaos Army, orcs. What else we got? So orc selection there. And you've got all your special rules in there that you need. A high elf army as well. And like I say, if you're wanting to play other armies like Bretonia, Dark Elves, you'll find all of them online, so you can play them. So just because it's not in, it's not in this particular book, if you was to if you was to download the rewritten version of the rules, they're all with that, and it's all for free. So that's it for this little flick through of the rules. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. Look out for my next video where I'll be going into what army or armies I might be looking at starting on this project. And in the meantime, guys, stay safe. Catch you later.